So with the DC penalty back in place, I thought to myself, I feel like being just a little bit annoying. Now, I did like this little thing on Twitter. I asked people, in your opinion, what's the killer that will probably solicit the most amount of disconnects? And I've seen a lot of people saying Doctor across most platforms. It's probably, in your opinion, different. I decided to go ahead and do Impossible Skill Checks Doctor. If you don't know what Impossible Skill Checks Doctor is, a lot of things to increase my tear radius and make it so that you can't hit certain skill checks. So we got Distressing to increase my tear radius by 26%. So it makes it so that I can shock people, and then Unnerving Presence is affected by my tear radius. We got Overcharge, so it gives a tremendously difficult skill check, and if they fail it, the generator regresses by 5%. Also, this is affected by Unnerving Presence. We got Unnerving Presence, so has a 10% greater chance to trigger a skill check in my tear radius, and also reduces the skill check zones by 60% in my tear radius. And then we got Huntress Lullaby, so 6% regression penalty if they miss a skill check. And then from 1 to 4 tokens, it decreases the time between the skill check sound and the skill check, and at 5 tokens, there is no skill check sound. If I have an Overcharge, along with a Huntress Lullaby, that's 11% regression. And then for add-ons, there's 2 ways you can do this. I would always suggest using Calm, the purple one, because increases tear radius while Static Blast is ready, decreases it while it's on cooldown. And then we have the yellow Calm, which does the exact same thing but is moderately. Or you can go ahead and use the cooldown of your Static Blast. So you could do this so that you can use your Static Blast more often. So this is what we're doing. Lery's with Doctor, Impossible Skill Checks, just to annoy people. And if they DC, then they have the DC penalty, which I'm a dick for doing. But honestly, I feel like the DC penalty shouldn't be there until they properly figure it out. A lot of people have like a stigma against when the killer uses a map offering. They're like, holy shit, what is it gonna be? And when there's a Doctor, most of the time, or when there's a Lery's, most of the time it's like Mikey or Doctor, and I'm gonna hope that no one sees that totem. It's in a shitty spot, but I'm gonna leave those people and go after the person that's on this side of the map to keep them away from my keep them away from the totem. Well, that sucks. These totems suck. Like, who thought of putting totems in places like that? I have a good 3-gen around here. Look at these 3-gens. Look at those 3. There's not a lot of things they can do against those 3-gens. Oh, hi. Wait, that didn't. That was touching your feet. She doesn't look behind her, which makes it easier for me. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this pallet. I didn't think she was gonna go back. Didn't think she was gonna go back to that pallet. Would have been smarter to run. I gotta go back to that totem as quick as I possibly can. I thought I was stupid. Hi, you wasted the God palette. For one, you wasted the God palette, and 2, you're just well, you don't know I have Lullaby yet. Well, actually you do, because the second you get a skill check, it shows that I have Lullaby. They're also changing that, which is good, but they should have just left, everything to do with Lullaby and affecting all skill checks. If you're not here, then you're in a locker. Thinks I'm stupid. Doesn't seem like they're gonna be able to do much. As long as this totem doesn't break, then there's not much they can do. And with my terror radius being so big, they don't know exactly where I'm coming from. Oh no. Well, she killed herself. I have 5 tokens. This is kind of done. It's actually been done for a little while, but not a lot they can do. 5 tokens. He's in tier 3. He's probably not getting out anytime soon. And which is going to suck because they're making it so that snap out skill checks aren't affected by Lullaby. Also, about this map, all the pallets aren't that good. Most of the pallets. I should say most of the pallets. They're really not loopable pallets. They're just pallets that you throw down if the killer's close to you, and then you run to a window or something that's close. 1 generator. 1 person inside tier 3. And it's you that's in tier 3 madness. If I injure you, the other person won't be able to get out of tier 3 that easily. She's running. I wanted to pull her off, to be totally honest. So when I chased her away, she went this way. I think I hear her. No, never mind. She's in tier 3 now. Not a lot she can do. She can save, but I'm just gonna get her down. She dead-hearted. Should have waited to dead hard. I'll hook you. And then I chase after the scratch marks. She thinks... Shouldn't have ran straight. Should have went to the side, hopped in a locker. I would have known you were around if you didn't scream, but at least hopping in a locker, you wouldn't have screamed. Would have taken me a minute. Not a lot of places you can go. You have sprint first. Just to make sure. She probably has decisive. Or not. And that's Lery's. 1 gen done. Just protect the area of the totem. Not a lot of people were going over there to begin with because they were always running away. Because my terror radius is so big, so they always thought I was around. And you got a Merciless. Now we're gonna go to Hawkins. Everyone's deterred from disconnecting because the disconnect penalty's there. So I don't plan on seeing disconnects, but you might. Hawkins usually gets DCs on it itself. You don't even have to do anything. Hawkins usually gets a DC, especially if the killer uses the map. You know something's wrong when a killer uses the Hawkins map. Oh no. I didn't even do that good. I did that pretty shitty. So we got one token. Where's the totem? All the way across the map. There is a generator over there. But I don't think anyone spawned there. We'll be able to use our ability in a minute. Go up here and kick this gen. I forgot if it stays kicked as long as it's not ruined. So the totem's in a decent spot. The good thing about having order, I think order is the one that makes the fake pallets. That's also a good reason to have order. I was stuck. But it doesn't matter. Pretty sure order does the fake pallets. There's someone over there. Someone's in the basement, someone's up top. Uh-oh. Thought that was an actual pallet. We got 2 tokens so far. A lot of kicking going on. Uh-oh. Ooh. And she dropped down. The fuck you doing? I have potatoes. After the DC penalty came back, I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting a lot of bad players. Because I think all the actual players just don't want to play with the DC penalty. Especially streamers. Like, people would go and shove their DC penalties onto you, and you'd have like a 3-day DC penalty after they would they'd force you out of the game. It was bad. Shit was happening, and they didn't do anything to fix it. And I have a feeling they didn't do anything to fix it right now either. He's gonna disconnect. Are you gonna disconnect, or are you just gonna kill yourself? I think he's just done. I think he's done. Now, instead of DCing, though, they just kill themselves on hook. Which is smart, I guess. They're downstairs. The other person's still downstairs. Oh no, she healed herself. She had a med kit. What am I doing? I totally didn't see the med kit. I had a feeling, because I definitely would have got her. I definitely would have got her with the shock. Yeah, they're killing themselves. They don't care anymore. She tried to get me with the stun. If she has, I don't even know if she has head on. I haven't seen her all game. Now, I didn't get a shock from the other girl. I don't think she has enough med kit to heal herself. So if I go around the middle and I don't get her with the shock. Nope, this way. She just tried to dead hard. Well, It's doctor and impossible skill checks. What do you expect? People just die. Especially on the game map, Lery's, or Hawkins. I haven't tried impossible skill checks on Midwich, but I feel like if I was to get a 3-gen, like, right by a stairway, like a stairwell, or just right at the bottom of the map, then it would probably go good. Top of the map, not really, because it takes you a little while to get up to the top of the map, because you have to go to one of the stairs, or you have to go to the washroom and open up the stairway to get there, and it's just, it's not as good as just having everything at the bottom of the map. And there was only one PC player. And yes, pretty sure the rank reset was today, so these are the ranks right now.
I'm just all about this money. I don't think about no thought. Girl, you don't know about me, so get off my fucking D. Born and raised in the dot. This is